People now are really interested in the hustle and following their passions and making their own careers and doing their own jobs. So we're all very entrepreneurial. Even if you're not technically owning your own business, you still have to have that mindset. And we literally put that mindset on every facet of our lives.
Yeah.
And so that's what we wanted to talk about. Live from quarantine.
This is Lindell and Chris.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I think. Is
Yeah,
it?
no, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
I think.
This is Chris, and you are an engineer and an entrepreneur and my husband. Your goal in life is to utilize technology to make the world a better place for everyone. And so I feel like you go at every problem, every scenario, everything that comes into your life, whether it's for work or our relationship, with those things in mind. You have a very specific engineering stance on things with always the greater good in mind. It's very impressive to me and inspiring. So I really like working with you because you offer that perspective.
This is Lindell. I think Lindell has a similar life goal to myself in kind of effectuating a lot of change. But in her industry, she's really focused on the arts and communicating the human experience and positivity through putting entertainment out there that has positive impact and communicating through that mechanism. So Lindell has really grown from, being the artist and focusing on everything that is art through all of our businesses over the years, to really growing and solidifying that projection and turning that into something that really has growth potential and kind of coming at it from the artistic perspective, but really solidifying that entrepreneurial spirit, and from a psychological perspective as well, kind of permeates every situation. So I think in building from where we started in, the jewelry business, which is I think one of the first ones, or the dance studios actually was probably the first one.
The dance studio is the first one.
And kind of going through dance companies and all these different businesses, and now working together and understanding that there are these two huge pieces to running businesses, and Lindell is really focused on contributing vastly in the marketing standpoint and how to run the business, and from the psychological standpoint with everyone working for the business and growing in that way, and turning all that into helpful information for this channel and the world as we progress forward and are able to generate that content and put it out there. So
for me, I wanted to do this YouTube channel because we both decided to do things and go after things that we were not born into. So I feel that our learning curve was huge, and I really rely on other people's YouTube channels and blogs and anything and everything I could get my hands on of, hey, I've done this before. I made these 12 mistakes, so why don't you do these 5 things instead? And they helped me so much that I just wanted to add to it, so then other people can learn from our mistakes and our successes.
Yeah, I think one of the earliest lessons we've learned, I think in our relationship, but also just in life, and it probably sounds super millennial, but Google it. Just Google it. So hopefully we can bring that to the table, and a lot of the issues and strenuous activities that we've had to work through can hopefully benefit others through this.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're able to put it out there and use our pain for your glory, right?
People now are really interested in the hustle and following their passions and making their own careers and doing their own jobs. So we're all very entrepreneurial. Even if you're not technically owning your own business, you still have to have that mindset. And we literally put that mindset on every facet of our lives.
Yeah.
And so that's what we wanted to talk about. We're going to talk about our relationship, kind of how it works in the entrepreneurial mindset and
distribution of
businesses
responsibilities.
Exactly.
And, I mean, that even ties into life and how we kind of coordinate that, because I consult on a full-time basis, and Lindell teaches right now. So, that strenuous activity between what responsibilities each of us have, we work through that. And I guess just in the numbers, because I like numbers, we've been entrepreneurs for over 10 years, combined over 20. And, we've had over 10 different companies. We've had dozens of products that we've literally built and put out there. And the learning through those activities can be communicated. And the conversations we have with new entrepreneurs is kind of what we're trying to get out here, to communicate that to the wider audience as well, to hopefully impact more than just the people we interact with on a daily basis, that we're able to help just do the startup mentality, but get all these things in line and maybe not have to pay all that money that we had to pay.
I would like to give people tools that we found. So we will try to make as many tools as possible available digitally, and we'll tell you about them. I think that there's room for all of us to be successful and follow our passions and dreams. And so when one rises, we all rise.
Everyone can innovate. Everyone can make an idea and go sell it and make it work and get it out there. There's enough pieces there for everybody, that there's enough opportunity there for everyone, that it's not just what's out there currently.
And the pie is bigger than we think it is. You just have to know where it is.
Yeah, the pie's being hidden.
Or how to cut it, or whatever. If we could give you one tip about being an entrepreneur, what would it be?
Being confident in yourself and able to communicate what you are bringing to the table and what your expectations are of the other person, and just working through those conversations. It's really just the communication aspect of it in kind of every facet. And when you're able to comfortably and confidently communicate to other people, and you're solid on your understanding of life and your products and your place in the world and your relationship, and it just makes it so much easier when you're all on the same page. That solves all the problems, because everybody's human. Nobody's out there with other random motivations. And if they're bad motivations, you got to get them out there. You got to know what they are so you can look out for those minefields.
I got it. My one thing. It is to fully and honestly embrace not only who you are, but your strengths and what you want. Because if you do that, then what you put out there will be sincere, and it will be the best version of that thing you could possibly do. Because I am a perfectionist and because I like learning, I always thought to work on my weaknesses, but my weaknesses will be someone else's strength.
It's so obvious, but it's not. Like, you look out there on YouTube and other platforms and whatnot, and you're seeing people's strengths. And for some reason, we tend to think that those are their weaknesses or something like that. No, people are only advertising, only putting out there their strengths. Yeah. They're not focusing on their weaknesses. I'm not going to go draw a picture. I'm just not. I'm not going to go paint a watercolor.
He's actually way better at it than he's saying.
Oh, okay. That's just not my area. Sitting next to this person, like, I'm not going to paint a picture or draw something. That's just, it's child's play. I'm like finger painting at that point. Like, it's just, okay, finger painting could be good, but and you're not going to architect necessarily a digital system or something as well as I'm going to, right? That's just not in our wheelhouses. Everybody says that. Like, do what you love. Only focus on, do businesses that really impact you. And it's true.
It's
like,
true.
Why?
It actually felt very selfish for me to do that, I think, and very self-serving. Yeah. But once I actually accepted it and got into it, I actually can give more when I am in where I'm supposed to be.
Right. I don't know if there's more than one tip.
It was one. You said communication, and I said own your strengths.
Yeah.
Yes. Those. One tip each. Right. So, if anybody has any questions on being an entrepreneur or things you want to talk about and discuss, you can send us an email or comment. And we are just really excited to go on this journey with you and together.
We have a lot of topics and tips to share, but
I think this will be exciting.
We'll definitely add to the list.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for watching.